It's her, him boy, Woke the God. And today we're out here with a little manga showing of a stick figure manga. It's a deepest blue zone Dragon Ball Zone stick figure manga I made a little while back. I'm not showing the whole thing. It's just Woke Razival versus Vegeta Saiyanable. All right. So his nickname, his other name is God Soul, aka God Soul is Vegeta's name. But I'm gonna be getting into it. That's Vegeta right here. That's Woke. Let's get right into this. So we're gonna get off into this. Woke and Vegeta were just handling mission after mission. This is kind of like after Dragon Ball Heroes, after Dragon Deep. This after like Dragon Ball Heroes, after Deepest Blue is over. After Dragon Ball and Deepest Blue are both finished, now we're moving into Deepest Blue Zone and Dragon Ball Zone. And basically, there's a bunch of Wolves, there's a bunch of Terras, there's a bunch of Gokus, there's a bunch of Chi-Chis, there's a bunch of Vegetas. There's a whole bunch of characters from a bunch of Deepities, aka universes, out to be seen in every passing. And they've been trained together, chilling, going on missions, handling raids, and they found out they were family, stuff like that. So but they're about to fight right now. So let our hands talk for themselves, Vegeta. Alright, you see Vegeta's energy? Alright. So Vegeta starts off by firing 3 blasts at Woke right here. And starting off with the right punch, with the right strike. It's a right cross, it seems like. And Woke guards it with his left hand like this, cocking back his right hand for a swing. Perhaps. Let's see what happens in here. Getting right back into this. If you look here at the top left corner, Vegeta was cooking up a blast that he throws and literally just launches it forward at Woke as Woke pivots to his right side to Vegeta's left and says wasteful as Vegeta rips open a portal that the blast goes through and saying you would think. Woke catches the blast here and it's making these trails of plasma that's powering the blast up. It seems like it's almost penetrating Woke's power level, but Woke is calm with it and is catching it. He switches the blast to his right hand and then consumes it into his power level, adding Vegeta's energy to his own. Woke then step dashes forward at Vegeta as they have a conversation about some or other things that have to do with their him base. Woke step dashes at Vegeta and tries 2 right backhanded swings. Where Vegeta fires back with the right hand swing and Woke blocks. Right after, Vegeta fires 7 fast fire kicks. Firely fired fast kicks. I heard I'm trying to say this thing right now. Yeah, exactly. Fire is all hell. And Woke step dashes to his left right out the way. He's still talking about something I don't really remember. That's why I can't even comment on that. I've been reading this back and forth every now and then, trying to remember what they're talking about. But don't. So then Vegeta charges a Flash Buster in his left hand and then swings on Woke. as Woke swings on Vegeta, and they both miss. Then Woke turns around and back kicks Vegeta. Ak! Vegeta exclaims, shot of else. Here, a whole panel could be seen where the fight really intensifies into another level that is probably something that is not gonna be seen in anime for a while until Deepest Blue becomes more prominent as an animation. But I've seen different types of key spool activity in Dragon Ball and in different types of games that use key spools, like Naruto uses chakra spools like aura spools and stuff like that. A key spool is the like when they charge up or use a chakra charge, the aura that forms around their body. And Deepest Blue uses a number of different type of key spool charging types that allow the fight to advance in a way that's not quite normally paced that you'd see in Dragon Ball or Naruto. But let this fight continue. Alright, so Woke step dashes forward twice at Vegeta as Vegeta is charging the final flash, and he just manages to shout out a final. It was more like a fut, more like, and then he's laughing. Woke punches him like leftward, and with a leftward strike in his stomach, hunching him forward, leaning him back. No, hunching him forward, pushing him back just enough to line him up for another punch with the right cross. It's a right striked cross, I'd call it, like a right striked forward cross, hunched forward all the way in flight, and then cooks him back. Oh, I thought that was something else too. It is him knocking back. That's not just him cooking back in there. That's him knocking back afterwards. That's him getting cooked back and then him cocking back in flight. You see? Yeah. All right, I see. That's his recovery right there. All right, got you. Oh, so that's a whole quake, and I thought that this aura right here was him coming back, but that's him getting sent, and then this second one in here is him recovering for a flight push back this way. All right, I'm starting to understand now. All right, so I even have to understand my own drawing sometimes and what I'm seeing in flight. Yeah, that makes complete sense though, in a way. And I get it. That's how you saw it. Yeah, that's literally how they would have saw Naruto though. Yeah. Can't even be mad at like you can't be mad at and see where the nigga came from. Yeah, all right, at the end that nigga killed him. In the end, he killed him. Let's call it a day. He killed him in the end. That's who I saw kill him. Dead ass. That's who killed him. I saw. It was this guy. This fast guy right here. This fast guy. This guy. You're the fast guy, right? It was you? You on the speedster? Yo, I can't with Woke. He's an idiot. Alright, let's go. He's a dummy, not an idiot. He's a dummy. Alright. Oh, so then Vegeta starts flying. This is top down. This is the top down phrase right here. This is stick figure. This is so fire. Look at Woke charging up his. This is his whole key spool. This whole thing right here that I'm touching is his entire key spool. He is wilding out. He's inside of his key spool right now. And he's charging. Vegeta flames right inside of it though. Vegeta's flying so fast, he cooks right into it. It's not normal to fly into a key spool that's cooking is powerful inside of deepest blue. Because in deepest blue, key spools that are burning intensely hot eviscerate people. They turn people into ash. Like if they're charging up super hot, you'll be turned into nothing. So Vegeta is in intense form right now. I think he's in Black Vegeta form. Yeah, Black Vegeta form. When his hair is black. Alright, that's fire. And I think Woke is in Woke of I don't know what form he's in. I gotta check right now. Hold on. Woke's in his base form. That's Vegeta coming in right there. Flying in, bursting in speed. As he comes in, Woke cooks up a deep blue blast in his right hand. And then fires it. Said this will all make sense eventually. 525 Woke the next hills. And then Vegeta's in the blast, the deep blue blast. He's getting cooked, taking a big chunk of damage, but he's taking it well right now. He's taking it well. So that's the blast cooking them and fading off as they enter a city away from the tournament. They were near the Warriors of the Universe tournament, by the way. That's where they were fighting at. They were near the Warriors of the Universe tournament stage. So you know they're still in Warriors of the Universe and they're near the city now. That's near the stage. And Vegeta's like, everything's moving so slow all of a sudden. As Woke fires some palm blast in, a Murata palm blast. As Woke firing this palm blast right there. Stick figure legs, stick figure arms, stick figure hair. Yo, he's wildin' though, yo. He was shooting. Yo, Woke's a shooter, bro. That ass. Yo, Woke was wildin'. Alright. Alright. So Vegeta teleports to where Woke was. And that was where their fight concludes. They started talking about the TK Harder twins. They were talking about Super Smash Bros characters. Ness and Lucas. And they started talking about the real Dash brothers that they have to go get. The real Dashavos were Radio, FM, and Station, who's really Estes Extentacion. So one day later, I don't know where they at right now. Probably somewhere in the same spot. So that's Vegeta in the back, in his black form. When his hair is black, pitch black. It looks like it's Super Saiyan 3, but it's pitch black. He's about to charge up so hard right now. Woke is teaching him a beyond bounds power charge technique. So he's like, okay, Vegeta, pace your flex, and for you especially, keep your key bottled in your center until you burst. Okay, Vegeta, pace your flex, and for you especially, keep your key bottled in your center until burst. I'll check on Kakarot. So now Woke is flying off into the distance. That's Woke right here, flying off in stick figure form into the distance. I think this is Woke 32, right? CKDJ 1 more 32. Flying off into the distance, and that's Vegeta in the background charging. His charge catches burst and destroys, and then out on the side. You could check it. Mountains in the back. Okay. So Woke's flying out, and he's turning around looking back, and he's like, okay, Vegeta, when I tell you, solidify your center and let your rage center explode. But don't lose control. So this is Kakarot, aka Godkill, aka Goku. Wow, is that Vegeta for real? It's giving me instant chills. Alright, so there's Woke 18 and Woke 32. Alright, so Woke 32 right here and Woke 18 right here. We're talking to Goku, aka Godkill right here and right here. And he's like, whenever you're ready, search within yourself for the feeling of rage and everything within your life that is horrid. So then Goku's like, how will I know? Woke 32 says, when you sense it. So Goku gets within himself and he starts to sense within himself for this feeling of rage and everything in his life that it may be horrid. And right when he feels the spark of tension, he says, kill it. And then Woke says, there you have it. So Woke 32 right here and Woke 18 right here fly out the planet, whichever planet they're on. I really don't even know. I remember. And both these two are sparking on the planet. What do you think? Who do you think is gonna pull more power for them from their charge? Woke 32 asks. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, Brody. But honestly, Vegeta's latest form, he's been hard to even. Hold on. So here they were just talking about who basically were more farther out along in their new forms that they were trying to achieve. And with Vegeta's latest form, God Soul's latest form, Vegeta is God Soul. Basically, it's been hard for Goku, aka God Kill, to keep up with Vegeta and the entire race. Yeah, for power. Yeah, right. So lately, they've been training and trying to catch up with the Wokes, and Wokes don't know if they're gonna be strong enough in time to help them with the next fight. But in these loops of time, they are. So before in time, they definitely are now too. That will be further along explained in the story later, or rather, to explain what that means. I was talking about characters time forms before, like the time breaker forms, and they have the ability to basically dream backwards in time and give their past selves more power. Like say woke in his timeless form and his timeless self or his future self could give his past self power all the way back in 2015 from 7032. He could keep boosting his levels of power even though he's a weakling all the way back there. In time, slowly and surely, he'll gain a lot of power if he just keeps amplifying his range and his seep throughout time and space to his past self. Meanwhile, meanwhile, lead woke 50 age 52 on planet Ninfidel was he was power charging. I think this is a power charge woke. Apparently by the sign and symbol right there on his name. He is power charging and it's over here the quaking all of the all of the planet and destroying it. And the Sane clan over here, Sane, they work with Zamasu. Alright, so look what they were saying. It said, "Why are you blocking moves I exist on, Zamasu? Are you dumb or what? Just for the fact I had to say that while he's watching, you've lost your touch." Alright. So Horace Sane knows some woke is watching somewhere, but he's not quite sure. And there's a coming fight coming in days, and that is this fight right here for Horace Sane. So the Horace Sane supers are shown here by these sparks that I'm touching, as you can see, flying off in the distance here. And Woke is whipping his energy around to take them out. His energy is shown by the deep blue flames and the black aura spark coming up whipping around trying to kill all the sparks around it. So here Horace Sane can be shown key charging and Woke's flame is coming up over the planet and it is just devastating. And Horace Sane is trying to show like a calm face, but his energy shows that he's like, yo, I'm about to boom. Then he just gets spanked right here. He just gets spanked. That's Horace Sane right in the center of this spark, getting clapped on by the entire wave of extreme plasma flame, devastating Horace Sane to death. So this would be the next scene where Woke charges up more completely and hones his complete final charge for a final show dance of energy harnessing. And then he claps off Horace Sane. He claps off Horace Sane the first time. I wonder what that is. And then he claps off some more of his, I don't remember the ranks, but there should still be a little bit more of them to fight right here in the next scene as Woke vanquishes the planet in another final showing. And then he meets up with the last Woke right here. Gotta show him properly like this. He meets up with the final Woke right here, and every last one of them are now dead. Wokes did what they had to do, and they off the scene. So Woke at 10,172 years old and they are off the scene. Look at that final showing of vanquishing the planet. And that's the final. So that was basically deepest blue zone, Dragon Ball zone stick figure comic of Woke whooping down on his son Vegeta and then destroying a sane faction with another Woke, and it was pretty epic to draw it. It was a dream I had, and I thought it was probably one of the most fire showings. The scene before, I don't really want to talk about it because basically everything that happens in my comic happens in my head. Like, it's something that I see in my dreams. Like, I have very vivid dreams, and I've been having them since I was a child. And growing up, it becomes like growing up and starting to basically focus in on what I see is not that normal, bro. Like, there's real, like, if you just look at who Zamasu is as a character, right, in Dragon Ball Z, that's not a normal thing to do. To steal someone's body is not normal, bro. You understand? And then he tries to call himself a god at the same time. Like, that's completely backwards. That's not normal. Like, why is that in Toriyama's head? Is the first thing I'm asking. You understand? And I think about that in a way like, why am I seeing it in my? Why do I have to fight this guy in my head, bro? Like I'll spank Zamasu. Understand? Like that. That's something that is enrages me and invigorates me to be like, oh nah, like just to say those very words, oh nah. Like, what does oh nah mean to you? It means, bro, nah. I didn't want to do that. Like, bro, I know who you are and I know what you do. When I play Dragon Ball Universe 2, I ain't trying to do that. I'm trying to go there. But this is a drawing of Killer Fla, aka Caulifla from Dragon Ball Super 2. This is how she looks up the Dream Platform when she's with Woke all the time. She lives with Woke. This is Woke's wife. You understand? This is like, she's everything, bro. Like, she's everything. Her outfit's fire. Her hair's fire. This is what she looks like up the Dream Platform, bro. This is a deepest blue main character, Califla Kadarkaval. Don't be mad. We out here. Alright, so that was the deepest blue zone, Dragon Ball Zone showing. Catch you in the next video.